Alright, well hi, I'm Karen. In this video today, I'm going to be reviewing these jelly highlighters from e.l.f. Cosmetics. There are actually 3 of them, but the third one happens to be out of stock, and that's Cloud. But I wanted to show you these 2 and kind of go from there. So let's just go ahead and jump into the video. So I had purchased this shade in Dew first, and when I tried it out, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have purchased the other ones because this is very, very unique. This is my first time trying out a jelly highlighter ever. And then this one is in the shade Bubbly. This one is the shade in Dew. Just want to shake it so you can see the jelly shake. Now, this is the thing. There's nothing unique about these shades in particular. It's more so the formula that is unique. And I will say this is something that once it dries down, it locks in. So if you're going to use this, get to it. Let me just go ahead and swatch these. This is Dew and this is Bubbly. Dew definitely has more of a champagne. It's a deep champagne / pink tone. And then Bubbly happens to be more of just, you know, kind of that opal looking color if you've ever used Becca. Let me go ahead and spread it out. This is Bubbly. And I'm going to go ahead and rub that in. So those are the 2 shades. I kind of think of using these jelly highlights similar like the way I use this right here from Becca. This is the Becca Shimmering Perfector Spotlight. I usually prefer to use this under my foundation, but you can also use it over it as well. So if you're definitely looking for that Dew, but the one thing about this definitely, it locks in. Like, once you get this glow on, it is not going anywhere. It's not budging. It locks in completely matte. So the one thing I will say about this is make sure wherever you're placing it, that you hurry up and blend it in like the way you need it to look. And something like, oh wow, I just thought about that. Something like this, you actually might want to blend it in with your foundation. But maybe, you know, apply your foundation like in the main areas here. And then when you start coming to these areas in your nose, maybe just mix a little bit in with your foundation and then apply it on. But wow, this probably would add even a further staying power to your foundation. Yeah, I think so. Because this is transfer proof. This ain't going nowhere. Like literally nowhere. But it will come off if, you know, baby wipes, it will come off easily. So that's the good news. That's the good news. So let's go ahead and do a wear test. I'm going to go ahead and apply it on so you can kind of see what it looks like. And this is Dew. And for a color like this, honestly, I don't really care for pink tones on my skin. If anything, I will probably mix the 2, mix this shade in with this. So it kind of gives me that perfect in-between shade that's not too deep. You know what I mean? So let's make this happen before it dries. Oh yeah, I see. Do not put this on and let it sit. I like it. For my complexion personally, I prefer this type of shade, and I think if you're deeper, I think you will love this shade. It's like I said, it's not bad, but it's not a type of color. I don't want an icy frosty type shade. I think this is perfect for blending in with like those highlights that might be doing a little too much. But if it's going under the skin, honestly, it won't matter. You know what I mean? But on top, I wouldn't put this on top with this particular shade. I would rather do this under. Look at healthy skin, just healthy. Now I'm going to apply a little bit there, a little bit there, a little there. And this is in the shade Dew. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation on top. Now, for those of you who like to wear your highlighter on top, I'll also do it as well, just so you can see what it looks like. All right, so I went ahead and applied this CoverGirl foundation. I'm also doing a review on it as well. And then let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and apply Bubbly so you can kind of see what that looks like. And this will actually be my first time using this over, and you know what? Yeah, because I can already see how dry it is. Yeah, and that was like my biggest concern. My biggest concern that putting this over on top of a foundation, I don't think it would be too much of an issue if it's a dewy foundation to get this to like still blend into it while it's still, you know, moist. And usually it remains moist. But for matte foundations, my concern with this is trying to go on top of a matte foundation that it was not going to actually like blend all the way through. And you will have to spray your face so you can get it to blend nicely and not take away your foundation as you're trying to blend. Yeah, so, and it still looks good. It still looks good. It has a natural look to it. You know what I mean? It's not evident that I put highlighter on. It literally just looks like it's my skin that's glowing. Just want to give you the glow effect. See if you can see it. And then on this side, you can still see a glow through there. You can still see a moderate glow through the foundation. Definitely is given a hint of a golden touch right in this area. I quite personally have come to love, whether it's regular highlighter, applying it on my skin, like wetting my skin and applying it on my skin first, and then applying the foundation on, or, you know, using products like this here, you know, especially the one from Becca. I've fallen in love with using it finally after having it for so long. Applying it underneath my foundation. I really love that underglow that just makes it look like, oh, their skin looks good, but they don't know all the stuff you went through to, like, you know, get it to have that effect versus seeing it on top and it's like beam, you know what I mean? I feel like if you love the beam look, like that's good, but put it under the foundation and let it beam from under, you know what I mean? So you can still have that glow, but it doesn't look fake, like you threw a whole bunch of stuff on. That's just my personal thing. I started doing this method because 1, I didn't want to waste all my highlights that I had purchased. And 2, I wanted to find another way for me to still have that glow without it looking fake and textured. And you can see all the crevices and pits and pivots in my face. Like I didn't want that. So here we are. So, and these go for $6 on their website. Of course, the other shade is sold out. And I'm thinking the other shade that they have, which is Cloud, that's probably the better shade for somebody my complexion, because it almost looks like it's the in-between shade of, yeah, it does. It almost looks like it's the in-between shade of these two right here. But since I have them, I'm going to mix them. You know what? And let's do that since we're here, right? Let's see what it looks like. All right. So this is Bubbly by itself. That's Dew by itself. And that's what it looks like if you mix the two. Yeah. Oh, this is pretty. This is pretty. This is looking very rose gold. Yeah. Ooh, let's try that again. This definitely gives off more of a rose gold pink shade versus this is more like what you see on jewelry when you see that rose gold shade on jewelry. And then of course that icy pink shade right there. All right. Like I said, my only beef with this is how it dries on. So if you're going to put this on, definitely make sure that, you know, you moisturize your skin prior to applying it. That's step 1. But when you're putting the foundation over, I really don't think it's going to matter as much. I think it's going to matter more when you're applying this on top of the foundation. If you have a dewy foundation, I think it's going to work great. Or maybe you pre-mix it with the foundation before applying it in the highlight areas, or just spraying that area prior to applying it on top of the foundation and blending it. Anyway, if you're thinking about purchasing these right here, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear from you. If you've already purchased it already and you found your unique way to blend it in or how you use it, whether it's over or under, definitely leave that down in the comment section. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.